Alright, so before I get into what this video is about, I'd like to just say that I really like PUBG. Like, a lot. And obviously whatever I say should be taken also with the knowledge that I am firmly aware that it is in early access and everything is subject to change and likely not final anyway. I just wanted to make this quick video less to rip into Bluehole and PlayerUnknown and the game in general, and more to just analyse the UI decisions and give my thoughts on what makes good UI. Yeah, it's really nerdy of me, I know, and this is probably an ultimately pointless video, but I've always been interested in user interfaces. Games like Persona 5 and Ni no Kuni, for example, have beautiful menus and UI, and striking the balance between clean efficiency and artistic expression is sometimes difficult. Sometimes you can pretty much nail it like in Persona 5, or you can have a swing and miss like in Skyrim. So let's firstly set some rules or guidelines, if you will. Whenever humans need to input or retrieve information, whether it be a file on a PC or quick scribbled notes from a university lecture, we naturally look from left to right and from top to bottom. Obviously there are exceptions, like some Asian cultures which can input and retrieve information from right to left or even bottom to top. Mentalist. So here is the inventory menu for PUBG. It's not amazing, but it's not horrendous either. From left to right, we're looking pretty spiffy. We have what's on the ground on the far left, then we have what's in our actual inventory next, followed by our armour, backpack and clothes, and finally on the far right, we have what's actually in our hands. Now I know a couple of you are like, yeah, wow, the order in the UI is important. Whoop whoop, you're so smart. Well listen, right, because I'm about to prove just how important it is. Let's use a real life example to show off PUBG's great use of left and right, top to bottom UI. First though, I'll need to find a guy to kit
Thank you for volunteering, but could you please come back so I can kill you? Thank you.
There we go. Okay, now look. The most vital information which the player needs to know about first is right at the top left, where one would start reading a sentence from a page, for example. It's the person whose loot I'm about to take for myself. Medkit and then, let's see what else. Ooh, a car. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, so having the loot over here is beneficial because that's what I need to see immediately upon opening the menu. My inventory isn't too far away, and because I've got the luxury of seeing my weapons in my hands and on my back in-game, seeing what guns I have equipped isn't immediately necessary, so that's pushed to the far right. It only becomes necessary when you find a lovely new gun. Oh yes. However, as the famous boxer-turned-actor Rocky Balboa once said, it ain't all sunshine and rainbows when it comes to PUBG's UI. So if you go into the in-game settings, you'll see these two options, Equipment's HUD and Weapon Slots HUD. These two options display your equipment to the left of your health, and your weapon is to the left of your map, respectively. Instead of opening my inventory to see what armor I have on, I can just glance right there at the bottom, which is neat. And likewise, if I want to see if I have a pistol, boom, there it is right there. Eliminated distracting inventory checks. Nice! But this is where shit starts to bother me. Let's do another example so I can set up my point. Here's 3 numbers arranged vertically. Now arrange these numbers horizontally for me. Go ahead and move it. Ah, there you go, you telekinetic little champion. Now let's pop open the inventory again and apply these numbers to the inventory slots as they appear in order. Okay, so helmet first, that's number 1. Makes sense since it's, you know, at the top of your body and all. Bag is number 2 and body armor is 3. But when you close the menu down and look at your equipment next to your health, the order is now 2, 1, 3, or backpack, helmet, armor. A minor gripe for sure, but it bothers me. I can see why they did it though, to have both pieces of armor next to each other. It's perfectly fair. You don't need to select these items, so the organisation of them here isn't that confusing, and although it bothers my weird little head, it's a good example of rearranging the numerical order to make a better, more categorical order. Now let's do the same for the guns. Oh, that's nice, it's right there already for me. Big guns first, small guns next, and then melee and throwable weapons after that. Lovely, but wait a minute. Close this menu down and look at this shit. All of a sudden my primary weapons are down here. My poor M16 is at the bottom of the pile. But the horror doesn't end there. Oh no, get this. Let's pretend I'm a self-loathing, masochistic, impotent fool who uses scroll wheel to change weapons. Okay, so right here I have my shotgun out, but I want to switch to my M16. Naturally, due to this UI setup, I'd scroll down to access the weapon below the one I have selected. So I scroll down and my character pulls out the pistol. This betrays the fundamental concept of using a scroll wheel. If I scroll down, I go down. Yes, the page moves up, you pedantic bugger, but my focus and attention is on what's below. This decision would be excusable somewhat if the inventory had the same layout, but as we saw earlier, it's the exact logical opposite as to what's right here. 1 becomes 4, but it's actually still 1, and scrolling up is scrolling down, but only for this thing, and fuck! I don't like this. I don't like this so much, in fact, that instead of turning it off and not using it, I'm going to make a video about it saying how much I don't like it.
Oh wait,
I already fucking did.
And another thing, when I want to drop some bandages for a mate, but not all of them because, well, get your own, you greedy, I have to hold down control and then click drag. I can handle that and I can accept that, but look at this. Maximum. If I wanted to do that, I wouldn't have pressed control to do a specific amount in the first place, you bloody numpties. Surely it would be more logical for it to start with just one item and then have the 2 buttons be minus or plus. And shout out to my lad Betrayus on the pub Reddit for saying something very similar and in some ways even better. Finally, let's look at this main menu screen, which also serves as a party lobby. A quick couple of tune-ups could make this a really nice and clean menu screen, such as having names above respective characters and their ready status. Currently, it's a little frustrating to have to go to the bottom left to check who and who isn't readied up. And while we're down here, it'd also be nice to have friends not just bloody disappear when they're already in a party. Push them down the list to prioritise players who aren't in a party, for sure, but don't just remove them. Oh, and while we're at it, can we fix the fucking floating grenades and giant AKM for God's sake?